What's going on, everybody? Welcome live to the DST show stream on the after show of SummerSlam. And the stage is looking somewhat the same. I don't know if we're still in Nashville, Tennessee after the pay-per-view. No theme song, no intro. We're in Houston, Texas after the pay-per-view. It's a major pay-per-view, SummerSlam is, so why aren't they doing this on the same field? And here comes big time Becky Lynch. The former Raw Women's Champion is still suffering crucial injuries. I don't know why her arm's in a sling. She didn't seem to suffer that much of significant damage. I guess this is for real an injury. We know that she's probably go to show, bro. I'm ready live. But how's everybody doing? I got to enjoy the pay-per-view live with my little brother. Took a bit of time off work when I had that minimal of a schedule, so I thought, why not watch it? The review's already up over on the channel, and if you want more reviews like that, subscribe to the DST show. I was also live. Shout outs to YTC. He does a lot of numerous sports reaction videos, commentaries, pick'ems, a lot of stuff. So subscribe to his work. I was there. Mainly, you'll see me over in the main event. I was commentating, and they're recapping over the women's title match that opened the show, by the way. A Spanish Fly, and then the KOD, and immediately they're going to do this beauty pageant victory for Bianca Belair where she always cries at the end. I don't know why her arm's in the sling, though. That's what I'm concerning about. But WWE pay-per-view recaps are like this. They don't screenshot them. Like, if you guys watch Raw from back in the day or SmackDown, screenshot what happens on a part of the pay-per-view so you get to still buy the pay-per-view. They're showing goddamn highlights like the final couple moments of how they won. So it just feels like there's no point watching the pay-per-view. A bit of a link for anybody that's willing to suffer with me. I mean, you don't have to watch the show, but it's good to see some interaction going on live on the stream. Dakota Kai, and you see Io Shirai from NXT. Dakota Kai recently was released. Oh my God, why was Dakota Kai's back? There's got to be the work of Triple H. Triple H just knows what the fans want. Everybody loves the black and gold NXT, even though barely anybody watched it. And Becky and Bayley, I was just tight at the end because it shows that Bayley's turning face, and we're gonna have an on brawl. And immediately afterwards, the 3-on-2. It's 3-on-2, and the heels walk away, even though they have the numbers advantage. How does that make any sense? You got 2 5'0" chicks, and you got the numbers game. So I guess Becky Lynch is going to bring up what happened involving Bayley coming back, and I guess congratulations to Bianca Belair, and probably something involving her, why she's has her arm in a sling right now. Oh wow, so she fully is babyface. Immediately just after the match. Like, she's crying for pay-per-view title match opportunities after getting screwed over. And immediately she's like, Houston! Welcome to Monday Night Raw! Immediately. Just no slow transition into heel or babyface. Mm-hmm. I'll give Becky this. She at least has show some ferocity in her promos. They aren't good, but they aren't bad. Like there's somewhat a show of emotion whenever she does a promo. It's not like Edge where it sounds like he's shitting himself, but you still feel the intensity. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna be the world champion. Don't speak that gibberish. That's Spanish, Edge. Oh, canceled. Don't look up 2007 episodes of SmackDown if you still believe in cancel culture. Damn. Becky Lynch has found the errors of her ways. Oh, my shoes are messed up, bro. Ooh. Maybe I had these since like 2017 or 2018. It's still a lot of wear and tear. I wear them for like whenever I need to work out, though. So, or I go to work. Mm-hmm. And she's actually saying what anybody else says, that she defines the title, not the title defining her. Oh God, I don't want the man. What's wrong with the big time? Call yourself the big time. That sounds. Your arm is in a sling though. Why? Why is it more determining for a woman to call herself the man? Like, it's so agitating. Like, there's more presumptuous titles that don't even have to involve sex, right? I mean, yeah, you have Charlotte the Queen. Are they going to recap what happened at SummerSlam? Called up Bianca Belair. And Bianca came from looking halfway presentable to have a leg showing out in some type of red suit. I don't even know the design of this. Ebony Mystique came around with a goddamn long ass ponytail. Don't look her up. They're saying DST. They're saying EST. Shut up. Let me have my dream. You're not the one that saw Ric Flair half dead in the ring for his last of 4 last matches, damn it. Bianca literally looking like a Chicago mayor. The man, you beat her twice. And they just get the celebratory hug, even though her arm's in a sling and she's trying to say that she wants a comeback. I bet she's going to fake it. So what? Is she hurt? Is she gone? She just immediately gets a grandstanding ovation, immediately just turning babyface in the middle of the pay-per-view. I just hate how this women's division is like. They came from like back in the 2000s treating it like a reality show to treating it like a fucking beauty pageant. It's dull to me. And just if you hear Bianca Belair promo, that you've never heard of a watchable Bianca Belair promo. I have nothing but my dreams of winning the belt and my respect for Becky Lynch. Like, there's no personality that comes out of Bianca Belair. You take it as complaining. I take it as no show of character. I also wanted to make a separate video involving the Marvel Cinematic Universe and how that's dying. Oh my god, Becky Lynch is such a hero. She tried to concuss me. Just immediately, like those last couple weeks meant nothing. These women get to open and close the show majority of the time. Okay, but now we're backstage. In the middle of Bianca Belair's promo. Oh! Steel chair right into the arm of Becky Lynch. This woman's running in heels. Bianca's running in heels, obviously to help out Lynch. Bayley making a statement trying to probably end Becky's career permanently, involving clamping her arm into the steel chair. This woman thinks she's about to fight with heels. And now they just have this close bond immediately just after they nearly killed each other. Steve Wilkos with the face of the Big Show, Jimmy Smith. And Jimmy Smith is probably the most replaceable commentator I've ever seen next to Byron Saxton and Corey Graves. Corey Graves just looks like a tattoo artist that was invited into a gay wedding, while Byron Saxton looks like Tommy Dubois from the Boondocks show, if you guys ever saw it back on Adult Swim. And now the Mysterios, after a great victory against the Judgment Day with the assist of Edge, goes head-to-head involving the new, still longest-reigning undisputed tag team champions, the Usos, in an undisputed tag title defense immediately after their victory against the Street Profits at SummerSlam. And then a spear with a vengeance on it. Edge returns after getting backstabbed by Judgment Day. The Hall of Famer is here tonight. And, of course, one more thing. A 6-man tag. Oh, God damn it. It's 2 triple threat matches. Winners faces a U.S. title. Really? Mustafa Ali is still on television, and so is Tommaso Ciampa. Oh my god, bro. So we have 2 3-ways, and I guess winner faces off against the U.S. champion, Bobby Lashley. Actually fitting music for a pay-per-view that actually sounds longing, other than the Migos or Billie Eilish or Meg Thee Stallion. Music like that just does not fit pro wrestling. The double Uso splash, the recapping a lot of stuff involving the overly long entrances. Could have made the stage more memorable. And you can look at all of this and Peacock, because you're poor, pay the $5, not the $10. Poor person. Use that $10 and save an extra one so you can get a gym membership for most of the wrestling fan base out there. So they're showing screenshots of the city instead of nearby the arena, where there's probably a somewhat empty parking lot of WWE fans that came into the arena. Because remember, back in the day, you used to see top screens of sold-out signs, parking lots empty, the atmosphere of the city WWE used to tours. You don't see that anymore. They just screenshot it out of a windows. It was like, we're in Houston. Here's the Toyota Center, and here's the skyline. Believe. Why they're promoting the United States Championship? Holy race. Sergeant Slaughter. What's poppin', Sonic? I did not get to see your Tyler Hero video yet. I'll get up to that in a bit. I've been just trying to laser around for most of the day. How's it going? Booker T, Steamboat, and then Nakamura. And Bobby Lashley. Lashley had a cool ass entrance back at SummerSlam, bro. Sure, sorry I won't be live for Clash of the Castle. I need to actually pay bills. Yeah, I know. And here comes the first of the 2 triple threat matches. Yeah, they promote the U.S. title to bring some type of relevance, even though it hasn't been relevant in years. Styles, at least, if he wins, he'll like what? When's the last time he won the U.S. title? I know he won the U.S. title. Did he win the United States Championship? Grand Slam champion. I don't think he won the Intercontinental title. Did Styles win the Intercontinental title? What? I'm shocked people still bop to this song, bro. Also, Debo Samuels, after the controversial, disputes he's had over a breakout season over the 2021 year, he got paid like $73 million for 4 years. So good for Debo. I really thought Mustafa was Mansoor for that. He's still here, even though he asked for his release. He's like, now I'm willing to work now that cancer Vince McMahon is gone. Sam. Why does he still earn an opportunity even though he just lost on pay-per-view against a celebrity? And Ciampa got a match too. Still wearing this lime green, highlight green, goddamn Sage Mode from Naruto, stupid ass look with the stickers on the tights. Still have that same haircut from 2010. I'm sorry, I hate The Miz. I used to think his moveset used to be cool, except the skull crushing finale. Like that DDT he always did, and then the big boot, and then the flying clothesline that I thought was cool. And now they're recapping into his loss. Wait, so Logan Paul allegedly is going to wrestle regularly on pay-per-view? Damn. How's it sad that Logan Paul looked better than you in ring than you have, Miz, and you've been doing this for over a decade? That has to be the saddest thing. More people are... Literally, I'm seeing people on YouTube Shorts think fucking Logan Paul performed really well against some guy at SummerSlam. That's how it is, bro. What's up, Destructor?
It's Quebec is gay. Get it right. There will not be any ear rape tonight.
All right, thank you.
So let's talk about one thing in wrestling. The only thing that kind of interests me about the show, except for Brock Lesnar, because he is Brock Lesnar and Logan Paul, it is what's that kike's name? Cat Dummin. I don't know the bitch's name. Okay, some guy's looking Jew. Okay, so this bitch. Like, actually, I can probably have it in my fucking. Yeah, Cat Dennings. Yeah, whatever. This bitch, she was watching SummerSlam, and it's like, okay, cool. And then she was like, she started falling in love with WWE. Did you see the autistic cringe on Twitter? People being like, "Go watch AEW or New Japan Wrestling," or Sean Ross Sapp being like, "Come watch my podcast."
No, I haven't.
No, actually, hold on. Let me show you an example. I actually got this. I got this picture for Sean Ross Sapp because I
Just
hate
share
that
it
piece of
can. Just share it so I can understand.
Okay, here you.
Okay.
Here, you want to see some
I got
cringe?
to see your marriage. By the way, I got to see your marriage video.
What did you think of it, little
I
boy?
agree in some points. Yeah.
Yes,
I agree. In some points, should be up. Yeah, there it is.
Look at this.
Okay, Kate Dennings. No, I think I love WWE. Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful. Come on my podcast, please.
Enough said. Do I need to really explain how down bad that is? Like, you have like I guess
That
a
is
pop.
kind of sus.
Go onto her Twitter and just go through the replies. You'll have you'll just be like cringing. It shows an example why.
Her name is something Dennings. What is it?
Kat KAT.
I see it.
I recognize her because she did some stupid comedy show like 7 years ago, and she had like big tits and shit. Hey, yeah, she looks nice for a Jew.
That's the only turn off. It's like you have good features, you have a good personality. Yeah, your kike ass ain't still getting fucked. I'm sorry.
Nah, I just like making fun of Jews. You know you gotta make fun of the Jews. It's fun.
Oh my god. Yeah, these fucking nerds, bro. I'm sorry. I liked the pay-per-view. I actually didn't mind SummerSlam. It was actually not a bad show, shockingly.
I heard it's decent.
McAfee, the non-wrestlers were more of a showcase than the bitches that have been doing this for over a decade.
Unless your name's Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, of course. Because those are wrestlers.
Oh yeah, that match took off. That was chaotic. I love the main event. Brock literally made that into a goddamn wasteland.
Roman hold his own too. I mean, fuck that. He did a little technique thing with the mics. Like, okay, that's pretty cool. It's not like it was all Brock. Yeah, it's Brock, but still, it's like it's basically the real.
Love and Thunder fucking suck. Love and Thunder fucking suck. Don't you dare.
Well, except for the Usos, those fucking ghetto trap, those trash bags. They always had to be ruining everything. But on to some hockey news. How do you feel about your New Jersey Devils so far? They made some big improvements.
Big improvements. What I want to focus on are defensive strength, and I'm not going to see that until probably the preseason. So, I guess we did actually. I'm going to give it a B minus. B minus for
goaltending. Goaltending is a question mark. McKenzie, who's your goaltending? Vida, Vanchuk, and is it still Blackwood? Or is he gone?
Blackwood, I think he's gone. Wait, who's that guy that the Blue Jackets signed?
Johnny.
He was supposed to be a major free agent.
Yeah, Johnny Gaudreau.
Oh yeah, Johnny Gaudreau for an extensive contract. I thought there was 3 big market teams that wanted him.
Yeah, your team was one of them, but that didn't happen. Okay, yeah. So your goaltending's Vita, Vanchuk. No, I'm looking at Wikipedia. It doesn't say here. I guess you don't have a backup. Oh no, it's still Mackenzie Blackwood. So yeah, Blackwood and Vanchuk. How come it says
Jonathan Benier? How come it says Jonathan Benier is our goalie?
Bernier.
I
don't know. I guess he must have signed him as a fucking third string. Well, I mean, goaltending has been a problem.
33. There's not. Styles kicked Mrs. Dyke head off, and Mustafa Ali's still in this company. Didn't this bitch ask for his release?
Yeah, but this racist finds a way to complain. Oh yeah, you still burn you as a third string. Well,
7-11 Seth Rollins jobber.
The good news is, DST, you'll have a much more stable, competent starting goalie in Vita Vanchuk. if Blackwood and Bernier either
I'll be
play like
shocked if we
dog.
push over 30.
Assuming Bernier and fucking Blackwood don't get injured or play like dog shit. So
or they don't allow second chance shots to go in. That was a major problem last year.
At least you don't have Subban anymore, so that helps. And you get
Get that monkey out of my goddamn team, please.
Well, you do have Andre Palat, so he's gonna be good for a couple of years before he gets shit.
Neck
But
breaker
at least
into another neck breaker, and
Andre Palat.
Yeah,
well,
but
yeah, you got quite the two-time Stanley Cup champion Andre Palat there, John. A guy who's been to the Stanley Cup Finals 4 times in his career. So that's some great veteran presence for your youngins.
veteran presence and the cup experience. Well, playoff experience more likely, because I doubt we're even going to make it.
Yeah, I doubt it. I mean, considering Ottawa and Detroit are looking good, I'll give you guys this. You will not be in the top 10 worst teams. You're not Montreal and Philadelphia. That's for sure. You're not the bottom of the barrel anymore. That's an improvement. So give it another few years and you'll be probably back in the playoffs.
I mean,
but you got to work on that defense, bro.
Bottom of the barrel or like purgatory? Because there's, I mean, is it bottom of the barrel? Because would you rather be fishing for lottery, or are you trying to be somewhat competitive, but you'll never be in the playoff hunt? Because there is that sports purgatory that happens in teams.
Well, you're in sports purgatory right now, unless you get better defense. Montreal's still rebuilding. So, time for go for Connor Bedard.
And Miz comes out of nowhere to stop Styles and tosses Miz over to the commentary. Jimmy Smith is still here. He's like a cuck Dana White. I know Corey Graves probably asked for black men to fuck his wife.
Well, I mean,
a tornado DDT from the top out of nowhere.
I mean, look at Corey Graves. You can tell that man looks limp. But yet again,
he looks like a tattoo artist. Wait, I'm sorry.
Well, again, he decided to fuck a golden shower person named Carmelo. So,
golden shower. She looks like the aftermath of a acid rain, bro. He looks like a tattoo artist that came out of a gay wedding, bro. He is a sex offender. Get him away from me. And Byron Saxton, he looks like the person that you never allowed to play SmackDown versus Raw and allow him to create his own wrestler. Skull crashing finale. Oh, the most gayest finisher ever, man. I'm sick of seeing that move.
It's just a full Nelson slam. Like not a full Nelson, a full Nelson face buster.
Hey, you know the smartest way? What about you cover yourself in Impact so you don't get to hit your head? And Mustafa kicks out. Even though he had the best advantage with Mustafa barely coming into the ring yet.
I mean, that's typical.
Who's the Shaquisha on... Why we got the black... who the fuck is that referee on AEW?
Aubrey Edwards. I know he cares about that fucking bitch. She's just a bitch.
Aubrey Edwards, my fault.
But speaking of Byron Saxton...
Didn't you cancel somebody on...
either one or the Aubrey Edwards thing.
What about that?
Yeah, no, she was flagging some shit down from, like, was it AEW botches, Kenny Oliver, and, like, 69... and shit like that, like those, like, you know, those big AEW, like anti-AEW accounts. So, oof. So yeah,
it's I hate how mainstream censorship is nowadays.
No shit.
It's fucking gay. 450 splash into whoa. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Immediately, Mustafa went for the 450, and after he came back up, Styles pulled up with the Styles Clash. That was actually pretty valid.
Oof. Now that's how you do things.
Oh my god, wide pan shots. When's the last time WWE done those to show that the crowd is actually invested? Hot women. Did I just see 2 hot black women in this?
Speaking of black people, Byron Saxton, he's basically a white person in a black person's body, like a very a very gay, pussified
We
white
call that
person.
an Uncle Tom disruptor. We call that.
Oh yeah,
We call that
Uncle Toms are self-hating black people. There's a big difference. I mean, you could call them wiggers, but white people. But that's ghetto white people.
So what the call Saxton if he's just a white person, just a black person's body?
Yeah, you can call him a wigger too. Then
we can just call him a coon. No, we
yeah,
can call him a coon.
Yeah, that's what he is. Stupid coon.
Canceled. Look. I also want to bring up, like, everybody still fucking hypes the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where I think it's overstayed its welcome. It's overstayed its fucking welcome. We don't need Mrs. Marvel shit. We don't need a new Black Panther. When the protagonist has already passed away, and now they gotta shit that out to make probably the sister or something be the new Black Panther. With no context immediately. Like, there was a Thor movie out already and nobody cared. Everybody's trying to give it like a... Is this bitch still whipping around her hair even though she's trying to help out somebody? Yo, Bianca Belair sucks, bro.
Do a sucks video on her. You'll probably get called Uncle Tom. I don't know, but
do a sucks video on her. I was gonna do that for Liv Morgan.
Jeez, everyone talks about her. I mean, I don't blame you. You can do both. They both suck. Like, I was gonna do a suck center, but it's like I'm just gonna do the truth about her title run, which I'm already gonna be correct about it.
At least Belair looks like. Look, the only reason I'm not doing Belair is because at least Belair looks like a woman can't realistically beat her in a fight because of how athletic she is, and actually she's strong. You see this Butch Dyke midget coming around doing like some type of second rope STO. She has no charisma at all. Literally, she just did a complex video. You know, when they do those sneaker shopping and they have those celebrities. Every time you see the wrestlers there, the viewership goes down.
Unless you're Roman Reigns.
Yo, the Usos are trying to think that's Jay Leno after they walk past him.
I mean, the issue isn't Liv. Is that what's her character? Like, you can't really describe to me what Liv Morgan's character is. She has nothing to offer. She has stupid hairstyles. Like, okay, is she nice to look at? Okay, yeah, she's a 7, but bro, I've said this like in like joke before, but it's actually true. My fucking ex is better looking than her, and I'd rather be back with her than ever date Liv Morgan. Let that slide. Let that slide there, John.
Bruh. I mean, here's the thing here. Like, you're seeing actors like Liv Morgan literally just had these interviews literally where they do the sneaker shit. For her mainstream relevance, we have the kid from Stranger Things, and we have the women's champion that only got 100,000, while the kid from Stranger Things did 2 million. The Young Bucks got higher viewership.
Well, because no one gives a shit about women's wrestling. As bad as the Young Bucks can be, I like with at least with those clowns, like, you know, they have like their sort of like built-in audience from like all the indies and shit they've done over the years, and plus of like all the like buzz around their names that people have been like, oh, I've heard of the Young Bucks because someone like said they sucked or something, made fun of them, like, you know, or you may see in one of the clips be shown by like on the internet and be like, oh, look at this is flashy or something. Liv Morgan just offers nothing. She's a black hole A nothing. Like, I don't understand it. Neither is Bianca Belair. The only thing, she's just strong. Like, ooh, you're ugly as shit anyway. You look like a man, bro. Like, it's kind of it's very disturbing, you know.
No cleavage, bro. It's scary.
She has no ass. I mean, I can forgive having no tits. I mean, like, come on. There's that. What's that? That Cuban chick they signed. She's got a great ass, but she's got no tits. Like, bruh. So, like, I can forgive that. Like, the no tit game. But, like, bruh, you need to, like, at least look like a woman. Like, Bianca just doesn't. There's, like, a picture of her, Rhea Ripley, and Raquel Gonzalez doing, like, a big pose. And it's like, ugh. And again, Rhea Ripley keeps showing off pics of why Rhea Ripley is not a woman, and you'll not convince me. I could do a Transformer conspiracy theory video, to the lefties and be like, why Rhea Ripley is a man and do something ridiculous, but I'm too lazy to do shit like that.
Hey, you gotta respect that she has more of a physique than most of the AEW roster, men's roster. You gotta respect that. She has more biceps image.
That's kind of sad.
That's the testosterone.
That testosterone could have been used for some other
Actually,
wrestlers.
there's more women that are more built than majority of the men in wrestling right now.
That's not a good thing, though. Like, no one's impressed by like strong women. Like, they don't understand. It's like most normal people aren't interested in that type of women. Okay, maybe like workout people, sure, but those are like not really common. Like, I don't even think Giga, like the stupid Giga Chad out, like fucking Chad bullshit, like your average looking Chad shit. I don't think they care about that. They want like nice big ass big titty women or some shit. Okay, they want women like.
Look, we don't mind women going to the gym. Go to look, have a sleek physique. That's perfectly fine. If they're trying to work on their figure, it's fine. We don't need women looking like fucking She-Hulk, okay?
Yeah, because that's just gay. Off. That's just gay.
So who's the boyfriend in this relationship? Like, no one was asked that.
Remember, like, when we did that stupid, like, what was it? Dewdrop sucks. And this one guy was like small dick energy in the comments. I was like, "You're just a simp, bro." I was just thinking to myself,
"Wait, what did he say? What do you mean by a small dick comment? All because we hate this obese chick that's never gonna get over?"
Yeah, that's probably why the comments exist in the first place. I mean, it doesn't matter because fucking no one pays attention to the retards because we own that son of a bitch, fat ass. This fat son of a bitch. Yeah, die. Fuck you, Mark.
Look, she's just Caucasian Fiona from Shrek.
Oh, please,
and
that's
now Seth Rollins is glanting and prancing about how he concussed Riddle.
Okay, we don't care.
Fiona actually was somewhat not attractive.
At least Fiona was sort of a woman and had a personality.
Hell, I think more people would fuck the fairy godmother in the movie than Dewdrop. That's
pretty fucking sad. That's low key sad, like, bro. Like,
that is fucking sad. There is a niche for it. There is a niche. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna support it, but you can acknowledge it.
Not surprised. As this wrestling fans we're talking about, they are fat gay retards. They're known for being
like when Sean Ross found some guy that was into keeping him 100.
Oh no, not that fucking soy-filled feud. You want
it's so gay? I don't really care.
I mean, apparently this is what really happened. Like, they got into an altercation. I mean, from Sean Ross Sapp's point of view, he was being a homophobe, transphobe bullshit. Like all the stupid progressive fucking like bullshit like that. They was normalist. I mean, I don't believe any of this shit because Sean Ross Sapp is full of shit. From his, it was just a fucking it's just like a bunch of bitches going around being bitches. I don't really care for fucking Bill. I don't hate the guy, but come on, he's in that situation. You were like bitch made there. I mean, like you should have just fucking like smacked him. Like even a slap would have done. Okay, like fuck. If Cuck Smith can go around slapping people because comedy, LMAO, like making jokes.
Oh god.
Then you can slap Sean Ross Sapp. Besides, you would probably get insane. Besides, if I was Bill, like fucking, you get insanely over for slapping Sean Ross Sapp. Like, because there's plenty of people that hate Sean Ross Sapp. Yeah, there's a bunch of retards that like him, but those people are like few and far between. They're just dumbasses.
It's only woke culture and a bunch of fags that like him that use him as a legitimate source for a dirt sheet because they're pussies. Because he's like over 6 foot, even though he has no build, and you can see his protruding stomach.
Yeah, he's pretty much got low T. Which, okay, look, again, you don't need to have like super high testosterone, but like, don't look like a bitch. Just be normal.
Like, tell a lot of wrestlers that it's like, don't be a bitch. Look like a wrestler. What do you mean by that? What is looking like a wrestler? Do you think I need to have abs to be a wrestler?
I mean, look at people like Christian or AJ Styles. They're not exactly ripped as fuck, You know, at least they look like wrestlers. Like RVD,
They look imposing.
they have something to them. At least you can
I mean,
say
sure, they won't be the
something.
main eventers.
It's like you don't see that with most people. Like you just see a bunch of gay shit, and it's just like no, yeah, okay,
Why
but
are
still, like you
Street
see,
Profits still here?
why do most people like the Street Profits anyway? They suck. But it's like
They suck. They're dull.
Like
They have
I
no
don't know,
character depth.
like that whole Sean sad thing. It just showed to me, like, bruh, like it was just sad. I mean, the Bill guy's gonna probably be on like Brad Shepard's corny little show or whatever, like just because I hate Sean Ross Sapp, lol. Which fair enough. Who doesn't hate Sean Ross Sapp? He is hateable. Like,
It's
not
just to
even
the
close.
extent of why you need to concern yourself, because these are two dirt cheaters fighting. Like that's gonna be probably the biggest amount of wasted energy.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not even gonna be like this impressive fucking thing. It's gonna be forgotten about. I'm just like fine. It's like this quote unquote SummerSlam weekend. That's like the big headline. It's like, oh my god, this is just so fucking.
That's the only big headline.
Yeah, sadly.
That is pretty sad.
But it shows how retarded these people are. So we got shows a couple of weeks. I believe like just 2.5, like not 2.5 months until the NHL season starts. Oh my god, John! Oh yes.
Well, here comes practice. We still got training, the media day. So just a bunch of shit we have to wait for.
Oh yeah, you have some fresh new faces, some more fucking young, and so the youngins are gonna get better. Maybe you'll actually make the playoffs. You'll probably get pimp smacked by everyone else except for the Capitals and Penguins, because those teams are just everyone's bitch, including those Maple Leafs.
Look,
those three teams are just designed for you to get a free second round.
I just want President's Trophy luck, some top seeder that we get the pimp slap like every other year.
Well, I mean, look at Florida. I mean, they were pretty good until they ran to the Lightning, because the Lightning were like, "Nah, bitch, this is our cup."
Because Lightning actually had the experience. If they weren't that overly hyped when it came over to the season until Florida like garner a lot of momentum and actually picked up some good legit victories, I would say the Lightning would have been champions, to be honest. But Colorado, they pulled a high one. Did they really reload? I didn't pay attention to their offseason.
Lightning are just doing lightning things. They had to shed some cap. They just dumped Ryan McDonough to the fucking Predators.
Damn. You think that's a loss?
It's sort of a loss, but it's like they can still be fine. I mean, he's a good defenseman, but it's like, you can always get a defenseman. Like, everyone's replaceable. So as you keep finding the core guys, you build around them for a while, keep shedding the cap, and then just boom. Not like it matters to Tampa, because they already won 2 cups recently, and they're still going to try to get to one more cup. Watch till they make it to the finals again next year, and they lose to whoever comes from the West. Unless it's Vegas, and Tampa's going to win.
Unless Tampa faces, an unidentified, a team with no identity, then they possibly have a shot. I'm still not going to doubt Tampa. Even though, I bet Florida fans don't even know that they've won 2 Stanley Cups.
No.
But
Florida, the Panthers fans, I mean, they barely exist. And to do, it's probably just some, like, Instagram model bullshit. They just want to fuck and then move on. Like, Panthers fans are just, it's all casual shit. It's like, oh, the team's doing well? Oh, yeah, let's go check it out. and then they check it out. They have a
Bruh.
fun time, and then they move on. They're not. You won't find any fanatical, diehard Florida Panthers fans, there, John.
At all, because I don't think Florida even noticed that they even have a hockey team. Tampa at least has somewhat of the sports relevance.
Yeah, at least
they won
that's a reason.
Their football team won a Super Bowl, and they've recently won Stanley Cup. So that's some sports relevance. Florida, where's the Panthers play? Like they play Miami?
They probably play in the city of Florida. Like that's just the thing is with like the Panthers is just like they haven't really had much success in history. They've had like what? One Stanley Cup Finals. And that was like during early on in their existence, and they got swept by the way better Colorado Avalanche.
Those were two new teams at that time.
Well, Florida was more newer. They were less newer than those Avalanche. The Avalanche were just there in their first season, but it was just basically the Nordics that they just put in Denver. What is
Here's
true.
the one thing I respect about NHL hockey. They actually rely on core units and they use them for a long extended amount of times. NBA teams, you don't even recognize who was in the starting fucking five from the last season to this year. Except the Golden State Warriors, because, what they have, 4 NBA championships in under 10 years?
Because they win.
That's quite the most prestige that you have. And they actually have a revolutionary way how literally nobody else plays basketball, and even if they do, they just have to score higher than them. Just chuck up 3-pointers with no offensive identity. You had to go back to the early 2010s to see different types of basketball be played. Like right now, you will be seeing like games like scored like 130 something just by the open 3-pointer and by terrible floor spacing. And they just call it advanced play when these guys just half-ass the zone defense and just let 3-pointers fly out. And then you see why LeBron James struggles to play in this modern era of basketball. I think they missed a play-in tournament. That's literally just bottom seeding with extra steps. You've ever heard of a play-in tournament before, Destructor?
Yeah, it's just like a play-in playoffs. Sort of like a pre-playoffs. The NHL did that in fucking 2020 because the pandemic.
Well, we're still doing it. While the NFL just extended their wild card seeding, so only one top team gets a playoff bye instead of two. So NBA does it like this: they're gonna have a bracket, and the worst team that wins or loses their 2 games gets to play as the 8th and 7th seed. So you're still fighting for a more of a disadvantage because you're going to be facing the top seed when you win the play-in. And the Warriors weren't even favorites to win the NBA Finals, even when they had Klay Thompson returning. It was supposed to be the Brooklyn Nets, and you know what happened? They got blown out in the first round.
Typical.
Getting into the play-in. Typical, because Brooklyn ain't shit. They're a fake big market New York that still don't know that they're the redheaded stepchild of the New York Knicks, and the Knicks still suck. At least the Nets have some more prestige. Oh my god, the Nets suck, bro. If anybody told me I had to choose between being a New York Knicks fan or a Nets fan, I would choose the Knicks.
The only good New York sports team really ever in history was those fucking Yankees. That's it. Everyone else is just either mediocre or shit. I mean, the Rangers, but they make the playoffs a lot. Yeah, they always get their asses kicked by a much better team almost every time. It doesn't matter how far they can go. They always get pimp smacked by someone better. They took them half a century just to win their last cup. And but they made the finals during that time. Yeah, once or twice, and they got pimp smacked by the Canadians. Get a life. The Islanders, well, it's basically just the '80s and nowhere else. We don't talk about the '90s or 2000s or most of the 2010s. We really don't.
Tavares. We won't miss you.
Well, who the
Like
fuck
how
would
many
miss
times we're
that?
gonna miss the goddamn play?
Well,
Oh god.
he's a gay
And
Maple Leaf.
what's going on?
Oh my god!
Two of the craziest people up on here. What up, Destructor and DST?
Just
How's
chilling.
I'm gonna mute and unmute myself because I'm probably sure my microphone's a little bit messed up. But how's Raw going?
Go
Is it good?
extreme.
No problem. Raw's going boring. They're doing the Street Profits are facing Seth Rollins at the same time. No, at different times right now, and they're gonna have another three-way match. I don't really care. What are we like an hour? We're not even an hour in. There's already been like 4 matches that I didn't care about, except the three-way. That was actually not that bad. So now Ford is fighting Rollins after Rollins beat Dawkins because Dawkins always going to be playing the second fiddle because he's a fat Negro. You can't.
They said it was commercial free too, so people are going crazy about that. And then I guess the one booby joke that Montez made.
Boobies.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Who reacted?
I guess he just said Cody Rhodes beat you 3 times with one time with one booby. So Twitter's going crazy, like that's the best promo ever.
They accept mediocrity. It's like there's like much
that's
better
the best
than
that WWE is going to afford. Because they're special ed writers, man. Do you think that these guys actually can make a good creative joke? Like you see, you get Amazing World of Gumball is more well written humor. They're still PG.
even early SpongeBob has better writing than this shit. Like how?
Here, I gotta ask you a question, Destructor. What does LOL cows mean? Is it one person or is it just like you're laughing out at a fat person? Like what's the meaning behind LOL cow?
Oh, locale is basically just a deranged internet person who's just so like he's basically too far gone, basically. So so like you've heard of Christian, right?
Yeah.
So like Christian is like the first locale. He's that's kind of the type of people that locales are, like Christian or like like fucking like other figures like Cyrex or some shit.
Yeah.
Like or like the people have done recently, like Bill Jensen or like Wrestling Otaku is a locale. Let's put it this way.
Okay.
So like that's the type of shit that locales are. They're just people that you cannot reason with. That you can only do is mock them and just I don't know, like just document how ridiculous they are. Like you ever notice they always do the most insane shit compared to everyone else.
That makes sense for sure. Because I watched the videos and I'm like, is it one person or is it as a group? And then I sort of like last week I saw one and I was like, all right, it's this type of person like you explained.
Yeah, there's plenty of people who cover locales. There's so many, it's like infinite. I just keep finding these like autismos and it's such good shit, pal. And it's just like, yeah.
Oh damn, it's actually meaning since you brought it up. I thought it was something you made up. So Googling it, it's exactly what you said. A person who's foolish behavior. Yeah, just that like you said, verbatimly. They look stupid to others and they really think they're serious.
Yeah, they always constantly fail for trolling because that's pretty much how it is. Because the interwebs, they make all the rules and we just follow because they're gonna give you up or some shit, brother Jack.
One of me might TV.
All we'll have left is cat videos and probably some YouTube shorts that will take over content creating over actual legitimate content. Even if you try to make it mature, they'll suggest, well, if you want to be monetized so you can make legitimate money off YouTube, why don't you just go for a younger audience? Go fuck yourself. That's not what I want to do.
I mean, isn't being edgy already enough for like a young audience? Because they're mostly kids, like really offensive, like crap.
Because YouTube thinks that they can be like television and only monetize over to kid content being kid content. It isn't how YouTube wants to actually know what demographic hates the content creator, and they care just what type of viewership is going in. Viral doesn't matter anymore. unless it's
Or
their
talent.
sense of viral. Like I think Flash gets his only videos to actually get away with this the most.
Yeah, that's screwed too. But yeah,
Char-
we just get numb to their fucking garbage.
Swerve, you like the name Charlomander?
It sounds like Charlotte on the sounds like on that Pokemon. Charlotte
Yeah, it
Charlotte.
is. That's the joke because he's supposed to be a legit essay, bro.
Oh god.
Yes. That's
I bet it-
that's literally the get. That's literally the skit.
That can only end in disaster.
Like literally, they
Supposedly,
make fun of
WWE
weeaboos.
sees Sasha. Rick Booms.
They make fun of weeaboos. Disney buying Dragon Ball Z. It's funny shit. I actually suggest Flash Gift, but it's just the type of shit. Like, I bet they're getting away with this because they're Euro. Like they're more safe on the. They don't demonetize much European people like they do Americans.
Because Americans had Donald Trump as president, bro, and they hate the right. And the Brits, not the Brits, the UK usually don't elect those types of meanies and other things. I don't know.
They're recapping the world title match right now.
The biggest highlight of SummerSlam.
So I guess
mean, that was-
WWE's hinting at Sasha Banks and Santos Escobar showing up tonight.
Didn't Trinity put something on? Sorry, go ahead.
They won't, because Naomi on Twitter, they were like, she was like, that's not true. It's like, yank you. We don't have to see you or Sasha again. Goodbye.
Exactly.
It's not like the
Don't
company
need us-
even needs these women because they don't really profit off much.
Well, most of them, they don't profit off for shit. It's like, even they wouldn't even profit all that much from like Toxic Attraction or some shit. If you had a roster of them, you just have to make them a side shit. You know, it's like, oh, here's something to just spice up this show. It's like, you don't make it half the show. Like, bruh, there is such a thing as too much of a good thing, and that proves it.
Damn, if Becky Lynch wasn't injured,
Just putting up these.
if Becky Lynch wasn't injured,
Sorry,
I
what?
could see if Becky Lynch wasn't injured, I could see Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, and then what's her name, Bailey's two girls,
Bailey.
and then Bailey's two girls, and then Sasha Banks and Naomi doing something. But
Wait, Swerve, you thought of a new faction name?
what is it?
Bailey's two girls, one cup.
Oh no!
Two girls in D cup.
I made a
If you're
lot of
looking at
nightmare
Bailey.
fuel. Oh my god!
You mean
Yeah, don't
zero
think that.
cup because they have no cup?
Wow, Bailey makes up for both of them though.
I need to look, Swerve. If anybody wanted to smash, look, Swerve. If anybody wanted to smash Bailey, they probably needed as much alcohol consumption as Tammy Sitch did when she got into that car accident.
I think she's cute, man. I know where you guys are from because I feel that way about her too at times. But then sometimes it's just like after you see Natty Neidhart with all the plastic surgery and full lips, it's nice to see somebody that has no lips. Throws it off every now and then.
Natalia, barf. Give me the barf.
How sad it is that your sister that doesn't even wrestle and she still needs plastic surgery on them bitches. Like, you can't be okay with your face at all.
Yeah,
I thought
Alexa Bliss.
And I thought Angelina Love was down bad with all those plastic surgery with those Botox.
Yeah,
But
she's
Natalia makes her look like fucking like all natural.
for real. I honestly think it feels like every episode she comes on and there's something different about her. Like that's how it is.
It's either her face, her cheeks, her chin, her eyes, or everything. Oh yeah,
What's
the
next?
amount
Her ass. She's gonna be like.
Tyson Kidd gonna fuck me?
What's next? We're gonna have booty.
My bad.
And here comes Asuka. this girl actually would look better without the face paint she has on. But no,
Clown ska.
we need more Natalia on TV.
We need someone
What
like that to
happened
be
if
on
JoJo
WWE.
Suwa turned 50?
Ugh. JoJo Siwa. She
Fucking
works with the
clown
WWE
patty.
somewhat. She that guy that I interviewed that does the
Somewhat?
music for WWE. That's like his best friend. Like, and they're
Oh,
all controlled
Jesus.
by everybody. Like, there's nothing that she does by herself. So like her coming out and being all of a sudden like dressing up a guy, like that's not. They're making her do that. Oh, my phone.
Yeah,
Oh, who's? Hello?
the face paint's so stupid.
My bad.
At least Asuka's in good shape.
At least Asuka looks like a
Sometimes
woman
should
that you
be
want to
skinny
fuck.
fat. I won't watch it. Yo, I hated that video so much. He said, I won't make love to her, but I will fuck her.
Well, I mean,
What is that supposed to mean?
She did do Japanese porn.
Who did Japanese porn? Oscar?
Oscar.
Yeah.
Well, I think she did mainly screenshots.
How could I tell which one is her though? Never mind.
Oh wow, cancel.
I mean, you can't tell the difference between them. I mean, it's like telling the difference between who's Chinese or Japanese. Like, did you know China and Japan are two different countries? Really?
Don't those guys still do their eyes like this? So how can you tell? Cancel.
I mean, South Park's only airs. They can make those types of jokes. We can get away with it.
No kidding, right?
Look. If I see a WWE New Japan crossover, just know I can just ask the president to ask him to drop another big one, so I can never see that.
Well, they probably need to go full on Emperor for Japan love, which that's probably not going to happen anytime soon because Japanese people are going full on weeaboo on us.
It's more the Americans going more weeaboo because they're accepting more of this anime stuff. Well, that's been part of the culture for Japan, so I don't really mind it.
It's those Americans. I mean, the Americans are Americans, but the Japanese ones made it. So, yeah. Oh my God! Is that Eddie Kingston in drag?
Don't be masculine. That's deadly.
I want your blood. I want your blood. I want your.
Destructor's toxic
Eddie
masculinity.
Kingston, nobody wants your blood.
Toxic masculinity. Oh my God! I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should
the wrestlers.
I don't know if I should beat up Adam Cole or take him on a date. Like, you're gay. Like, just stop it, Eddie Kingston. You're gay.
Oh, right. Didn't he call Adam Cole pretty?
Yes. What a faggot, bro. Like.
Oh my God.
Can you expand that?
I'm telling you, wrestlers are getting gayer every year, dog.
Yeah, you saw that Effie spot.
They're getting more sus.
I mean, if you want more sus examples, I mean, let me, I'm gonna just make sure you, what is it? Let me go get it. I found it. Easy peasy peasy.
DQ.
It's a fat person. I'm scary.
Low blowed. Oh my God, is that Paul Heyman? Same thing. All right, let me see.
We are going to this video sums up a certain Chris Hero. Now in this tweet he says supports women's sports. Damn it,
Chris Hero's a mark.
And all I need to do is just roast him with this. Woo! Nobody gives a shit. That's all you need to do is just roast the king of roast. Okay, the memes.
Why does Bailey look like Ruby Riot's mom with that hair?
Why does Why does Bailey look like a fucking Karen?
I mean, she's always.
Who the fuck is that Asian-looking bitch there? Like, is that Sasha Banks going Chinese?
No, that's.
She looks like that basketball player that was on the Cavs. That's homeless.
Kyrie scene. Jeremy Lin.
No, that guy that it was signed to the match for like
Delonte
10
West.
days, and people always keep on. Yeah, poor Delonte. I swear to God, I think LeBron James like, spiked his Gatorade with meth, and he's done.
I haven't played a basketball ever since. Now you're going to be playing for the Big Three. Ice Cube only plays those players as much as
Does
Walmart
the Big Three
played.
still exist though? Because I actually like that. It was pretty fun.
I don't mind that concept, but I don't think it's big enough because they think big 3-on-3 basketball is not notable for a professional level.
True, but damn.
So I don't think that. Yeah.
Oh,
Clash in the castle. We start a world war if Drew doesn't win.
I mean, admittedly, I would have Drew win, but I wouldn't have him be the champion because Austin Theory has to cash in and become the champ. Drew must go on a goose chase for that belt and not cut John Cena promos.
Oh God, please don't. Drew can be a badass. He just needs to threaten people. Don't make him do these endurance. Stop making baby faces always sound the same, please.
Stop making them sound cringe. Like, let them be badasses. Like, fuck, have some anti-heroes. It won't hurt you.
Like, Drew should be trying to threaten these guys. Like, you make them have that Neanderthal warrior spirit bullshit. I don't mind if it's corny. At least it's more fitting to a character instead of him being like, Roman was the better man. You gotta believe in yourself with my faulty Nerf sword. Like,
that's a pretty decent Drew McIntyre voice.
Look, I'm even notable for doing an Enzo Amore voice for some apparent reason.
I can't do it. My name is Enzo. I can't do him.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide pedo, and you can't teach that. And this right here is Big Cass, and he's 6'11", and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest news in the underage girls' room. How you poop?
But Enzo, we are so sex offenders as well, cause that's cool.
Well, it can't be sex if it offends her. So we're not really criminals.
Well, we got arrested in the Bronx after we tried getting some pizza of Enzo. Did you not remember?
Well, that was when you were fat. You couldn't run away from the cops.
Oh, shut up. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what? Just pack the fake Jordans I have in my shelf. Fuck Simon Gotch.
Yeah, fuck Simon Gotch. He sucks.
Wait, did you get an extension on that Impact deal? You were making $15 an hour back then.
It's going okay. It's gonna take a while.
You're not gonna get signed to AEW.
Well, it's just you gotta find the right contract. Impact is not exactly the most money making place. I mean, I'd love to go to AEW, but everyone goes there, and I would love to be in WWE, but nope. But everyone goes there, so I gotta make what I get. Besides, you're never gonna be anywhere other than MLW, Enzo. Come on.
What's there in MLW? Didn't they even sue WWE? Like, they're marks, bro.
We were on that show like a while ago, bro.
I was on that show. You were just trying to touch some of the 9-year-olds in the... I'm sorry,
and so I would be talking about like touching 9-year-olds when you literally jack off to them, bro. Also, you were the one with the sex offense charge. I wasn't. Ha.
Well, it ain't a crime if they can't see it. How you doing?
Well, it cost you your career.
So Bailey's Dyke group attacked Alexa and Asuka in their match, and they did some type of bicycle haluva kick. Dakota
I have a good idea for a certain what is it? Alexa Bliss and Asuka should just do a lesbian storyline, bro. Like, that would get money.
I thought they were teasing that with Alexa and Liv Morgan when they were tag teaming for a bit.
They weren't going
Kind
anywhere
of
with
do
that.
look the same. They do have somewhat some fanfare in the WWE hardcore group.
Yeah, but
So Bianca's
What
gonna
is-
face Io Shirai next week on tonight. So immediately after assaulting two women, and one of them is not under contract apparently because they did reference it. They immediately just score a match with the women's champion immediately.
because reasons. I mean,
It's
we're talking.
personal, and here comes Dolph Ziggler. I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world what's up.
I know. I no. You gotta do it like this. I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world. Here we go.
Even his other theme song sucked, bro. I am
Oh.
perfection.
I am perfection. You know what's funny? There's like some people ask me to do a Dolph Ziggler sucks, and I get it. He does suck, but it's like this guy is a legacy of failure, bro. And this, I feel like I wanted to go full on urinating tree on him and do a Dolph Ziggler legacy of failure.
Hi,
'Cause
I'm Dolph Ziggler, and I suck.
Because the weird thing is about Ziggler is like, when you look through his career, he had potential to be good. Like, because he wasn't always all this bad. Yeah, not the best, but you know, he had potential to be charismatic. But it just seems like, I don't know. I guess ever since that cash in, like, well, ever since he came back from like losing the world title, he's just, yeah. Ever since that point, he's just been like a fucking lackluster joke.
Even the time when they make him chase the title, he always has the presence of a fucking mid-carder. And it never changes it. And he's still here. It's either they still want to preference him as being an upper mid-carder or someone a main eventer, and they always want to excuse it using the fucking brand split. While in general, we know he's just a ripoff of Billy Gunn and Shawn Michaels with lackluster charisma.
I mean, that's the problem. He never really improved on the mic because he's always been decent in the ring. Like, he's put on some matches that were fun over the years, like, you know, Ray.
Ray back at SummerSlam. His match with Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, fucking. Even his Zack Ryder match wasn't too bad. Like, early on, like, the late Ruthless Aggression or PG era, like, he had promise. It's just, again, he just became a disappointment. You know, in a way, it kind of reminds me of some, sports teams, you know, who have potential, but they always fail. Sounds like the San Jose Sharks.
Oh, the Sharks, I've always heard about them always being like a great offense regular season team, and then the postseason happened. They just can never get it done when they obviously have guys that actually were good core units. Especially the time they desperately tried to trade over for Evander Kane for some kind of reason. And it never worked.
That was just them being desperate. Like, okay, to put it this way, the Sharks were good during the time, during the 2000s where the Devils had their last cup, basically, and throughout like the first half of the 2010s, and they just always failed every year. Like, it got so bad to the point where in 2014, get this, they're facing the LA Kings, their longtime rival. They went up 3-0 in the series. Okay, now you would think the Sharks are going to win, right? Guess what happened?
They choked
DST.
a 3-0 lead. They choked
Yes.
a 3-0 lead. Oh
yes.
Man, that's the worst case scenario. You know,
in the first round.
You know what type of standing that the San Jose Sharks remind me of basketball wise? The Los Angeles Clippers. Because the Clippers choked like a 5-3-1 leads, a 3-0 lead one time around 2020, a 2-0 lead, and they haven't exceeded the first round in over a decade, even though they've always been consistent playoff contenders, just like the Utah Jazz. And they've always had the thing of being the redheaded stepchild of the Los Angeles Lakers because they share the same arena, but they're not the same prestige or success.
The thing about like the fucking like the Sharks, like they can get out of the first round. They have often done it, but they'll get bounced in the second round, or in some cases the third round. Where they get embarrassed. Like fucking, they've lost to like dead teams that they should not have, like the Dallas Stars, or they'll lose to teams like Anaheim, or like they'll get bitch slapped by the Blackhawks, lose to the Canucks, or
I think I
fucking
remember that series.
losing to those fucking Red Wings. Like, it's just embarrassing. Like, or they'll lose to whoever. Like, they'll find a way to lose to somebody all the damn time. It's almost sad. But again, we're talking about the San Jose Sharks. And when they finally get to the finals, they fluked their way and they lost to those fucking Penguins in 6 games.
Capitals, you know how that feels, right?
I mean, the Capitals know how every failure feels, to be fair. I mean, if it's not the Penguins, it's the Rangers. If it's not the Rangers, it's the Islanders.
I think the Rangers are always notorious for giving the Capitals more of a hard time.
That's the Penguins. They are most famous for bitch slapping them 24/7. Why? Because, I don't know, because the Rangers, I don't know, because the Penguins are famous at that. It's kind of like their big quality, when you really think about it. They always find a way to embarrass the Capitals, and all we get to do is sit and laugh at their expense. Doesn't that?
Hell.
Even the Devils done better. I think even they pimp smacked the Capitals a little bit. So let that sink in. Oh wow.
Yo, what's going on, Fat Nick?
Fat for fat. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, in 13 days, from this moment on, it will be genesis of my 2nd year on YouTube.
Let's go!
Yes. I mean, if I wanted to do like the Genesis bullshit, I could have just did the Genesis of Jared, the Autistic Blizzard. I gotta get you one of my low. No. I didn't do it for my first year. I'm only doing it for when I get 2,000 subs. But I gotta get you one of my locales on the internet, bro. Gotta get the variety of gifts.
It's gotta be somebody that I'm more well known for personality wise. It's gotta be somebody notable. I mean, avocado.
Yeah, I mean, I can do them again at some point. It's just the thing about locales. It's not about who, because really, does it matter? No, it's just about. It's about just laughing at them. Because I think there's one person that you'll probably just be like, "Who is this retard?" Like his name is like what? Marshall the fourth. Yeah, no, I'm probably planning on him at some point when I get you, because let's just say he's cringe.
Well, if he's cringe and he has a terrible appearance, I think I can work with that.
Yeah, let's just say to sum his content up, he repeats himself a lot. He likes to say certain things should come out on this certain day. He's a self-admitted incel. He thinks he's ugly for a very dumb reason. I'll just send you a video describing him so well that some of the shit we'll be going over, because this goddamn faggot's just like. And of course he's a cracker. Of course it's white people that are stupid, bro. Me and again, I'm a cracker, so what do I know?
So
don't watch porn, ladies and gentlemen.
Somebody will. We can't stop the loneliness. This is the most loneliest era ever for like the period of trying to find somebody. Because either like certain guys. Here's the thing, and I've learned this the hard way. Learn how to own up to your faults. The chick would have chose you if you had something that she would have been looking for anyway. Get over yourself.
Personality, like I don't know, like I think that's just the problem.
From being too clingy, having a weird personality that you'll never own up to, just a lot of shit that always stops a person from getting the guy that they want. And sometimes I can understand if you have like a problem, if you had previous relationships and you have trust issues involving other people. I can understand why it takes a long time for you to find somebody. But for those guys just starting and you're still complaining or blaming the person why they're not interested in you, it's sometimes not their fucking fault. Sometimes. Sometimes you're a bit too high maintenance. There's sometimes guys that go into a relationship and they're automatically, I want to fuck her. It's not legitimate. It's just the physical attraction. And then that's why they always get the wrong approach whenever it comes to trying to hook up with a chick. And it fucks it up. And I think it has to do with the lack of fathers, because no one gets to teach them game at all. Champa wearing this terrible colorway, looking like Willy Wonka with his tights. Everybody just getting up. All three of them getting up like they just took a hard dick in the ass.
Bro, like women, they just not like granted. Look, there's a lot of shitty women out there in life. You know, they can be known for being quite shitty. I get that. Like that's life. But still, it's like you gotta kind of own up to your mistakes, there, John.
Like, just look. I remember a friend over the party. It's like we were just trying to get a game of Call of Duty on, and literally just complaining about why this girl didn't want to go out with him, and he went out with another guy that she was actually interested in, not him. And immediately he started just going over this 10-minute rant about why females suck. Am I gonna pick, dude? Because I know what he looks like, and let me tell you, he's not a person that a lot of people would actually try to look at for a long amount of time. So, and him trying to point the finger of why most people would be attracted to him, it's not an obligation for somebody to be attracted to you all because you're interested in them. It makes no sense.
Well,
you gotta be pleasing to the eyes, dude. Sure, at first it's the eye test, and then the rest gotta be interest. Like certain chicks are going to talk to you if they look appealing enough to talk to. And sometimes it's subjective, but that's most of the time why a chick would even take the time to talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like they don't understand it. Like I can't stand like these sad incels. It's like you guys never. It was never a thing for you in the first place. Like I don't understand this logic you guys have. You don't have.
And then they go red pill. What the fuck is red pill? Someone please let me understand.
Okay, like red pill is just an ideology. Like okay, the pill ideology is retarded to be honest. But
It's
like
a
the
trend.
basis.
It's a trend, bro.
Look, it's a cringy trend. But the difference is with like red pill, it's supposed to be like, you know, like you used to value yourself. It's supposed to be like, oh, big alpha male type bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's supposed, like, in theory, it's actually like good for you. Like there's some good things about it because like there is things I sort of agree with, but like in general, like red pill, like they're just like they try to come off as like they're just tryhards. Really, that's the best way I can put it up. Really, they're just fucking tryhards.
And look, there's nothing wrong. It's like religion. Like there's positives and why I believe you should be good to your neighbor. You should always try to show respect to living things and show love to one another. That's perfectly fine. Torch the gays. What the The same thing with red pills. Like these women should be more submissive and know their place. Real men are the domineering factor. Get on your purpose. Only being rich means that you'll have a complete life. That makes zero sense.
Yeah,
you can
especially
live a
like
complete life even being a goddamn farmer.
it's not even just that. It's like it's not even just being rich per se. It's the big problem. It's just like, oh look, you gotta be like they try to like, oh you like finding submissive women. It's like, okay, yeah, there is gonna be like that, but it's like they fail to understand that like I ain't saying this, but like times have changed and not everything's the fucking 60s and shit anymore. Like not like 60s, like the 50s and before that. You live in an era where women are doing their own things. You gotta treat them like people and shit, like whatever. Like, obviously, yeah, find a job, like, get fucking, like, whatever. Like, there's good things about it. I like how they, like, oh, work out. Like, you know, that's great. You know, fucking, you should be working out. But it's like, bro, like, if you're trying to, like, bring traditions, like, I feel like they just do it because everyone who is, like, some equivalent of Red Pill is usually, like, some cringy, like, conservative or some shit.
Like Fresh and Fit. Like those niggas piss me off.
Like, fucking, like, look at someone like Jordan Peterson or something. He's like the king of Red Pill. Like, okay, there's things I agree with him on, but there's also things I'm just like, you're just fucking, like, you're missing the point.
And most of these dickheads share the same opinion. That's my thing.
Yeah, they really do. It's like, it's kind of just cringe.
It's like, well, statistically, they're showing the percentage of women. Like, obviously, they're physically weaker than men. They don't know. I remember it's like some Euros were trying to get in a conversation with a podcast, and they kept copying and pasting their same point, and it had nothing to do with the conversation they were having.
Yeah, it's so fucking cringe. Like, okay, like, yeah, there's shit women are physically inferior to men. That's facts. Okay, and there's probably a debate that you can honestly say men are smarter too. You probably could have that. You could probably make that debate. The issue isn't so much like, okay, who's better, because, like, for me, I don't think men and women are equal personally. I really don't. They're not equal in any way. It doesn't make them inferior, like, doesn't make anyone bad or, like, superior in any way.
It doesn't make them subhuman. It doesn't.
Exactly. They're still human beings for a reason. They still bleed the same color, and I'm not talking about jeering around there between their legs. Shitty jokes. Aren't I funny? Okay, but, like, seriously, like, it's not even just like, it's like, with this. For, like, them, they're good at different things that men aren't really, you know, known for. I mean, like, that, like, nurturing or something. Like, they're better at dealing with care, like, you know, like, in support. There's a reason why they tend to be around in groups doing the fucking, like, you know, stick together here, like that sisterhood bullshit. Like, it's usually much more effective for them than with men. Like, they have that going for them. Like,
they're more social than men. They're more emotionally compassionate than men. They're more systematically, more fast to the point, and more intellectually sound when it comes to being like, there's shit that they're actually talented in that works for them. So is men. That's why women could be bigger, possibly being a doctor, than a man being a construction worker. There's different ways and traits that we work. And there's a certain way that a woman can be a leader that a man can't. And a man can take a leader role in a different place. And sometimes it's in bigger roles, and most of the time it's the men. But that doesn't say that women aren't restricted to the shit that men can do. Like, there's no restriction in that. Well, that makes no sense. We have no restrictional barriers when it comes to jobs and opportunities, especially in America. Because I know religiously wise and socially wise, that's in different countries, but that doesn't mean it isn't impossible.
Exactly. I mean, like, especially in, like, the Western countries, we live in a perfectly fine, you know, society where they both get treated the same. You know, we don't, like, there's nothing to really change all that much. Maybe, like, change economics, yeah. You know, maybe that's a good idea, but that's it. We are living in a perfectly fine chance. We can get a chance to be, you know, happy and do what we want and shit. But now it's just, like, it's like, even then, like, because, like, all the pill ideology, like, I don't, like, they're all, like, a lot of them are just cringe lords when you look at it, like, when, like, just breaking it all down and shit. Like, the red pills, like, what else can you really even say about those, like, autists? I mean, like, like, it's just, they're fans. Like, they're fans, the ones that go, like, trying to, like, just go dick ride that shit. I'm like, bruh, you're like, you're just down bad.
They're just down bad. Because they don't believe in their own self. They don't believe in their own personality. I don't mind finding your own purpose, making a goal, and being disciplined. Those are beliefs that I actually respect. What I don't respect is trying to follow over a trend, and it comes up hating the opposition.
Not even just hating the opposition. It's just like, you're just doing it because some asshole on the internet told you to. Not because, oh, you actually want to and shit. Like, you know, that's like the big issue, and they don't understand it. Now, admittedly, that's just one set of the ideology. There is like other people. There's other groups that are like, well, there's the black pillars, the incels. They are a bunch of sad motherfuckers. I mean, a lot of them tend to be locals, like in some shape or way. You know, fucking like it doesn't matter if you're left. There's no political leaning in incel, like, or not even just incels, just like fucking like depressed fucks. Like, I get it. Like, there's negativity, but there's also like, well, you know, like these black pillars. It's like there's like, what is it? Fucking you know, like some of the people I've covered, like Jared Genesis, like, you know, the people I'm gonna cover in the future, like Undertaker freaking shit. They're all the same, really. Like, they're just all cringy locals. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, those
especially when
they're just sad, pathetic people. It's like, oh, women this, women that. It's like, okay, I get it. There's a lot of problems with women, especially in modern society with the feminism instead. It's like I understand that, but it's like there's like other problems, and plus you gotta take some accountability to yourself. It's not just all them or something. You know, like there's a reason why these people like exist for opposite views. Now, as for like, there's not much to say. Black pillars suck. Blue pillars, I honestly, I don't know what we don't know them. That's my biggest problem. We don't generally know them. I mean, do you know them? Don't describe them from like a red pill point of view or whatever, or incel point of view, like the black pill. Describe them from what they describe themselves as. Is there really any of them, or is this just something made up and fictitious?
It's a trend.
I mean, all of it's a trend,
It's
obviously.
made up.
But
It's made up. I don't know why this is mainstream over the course of action, because it's obvious nobody's supportive about their actual legitimate opinions, or they would have made their own and then made another subculture of it. Same thing with pro wrestling. How they full on do the anti-smart and smart shit. Same thing with black pill and red pill. Brock standing on the tractor, that shit's iconic. And he even put his own logo on it. That's crazy. I can see Becky's muffin top. Ladies, you guys got to stop covering up your waist. Stop doing that with your pants. It's more obvious that you still need to lose weight. Every time we see you guys wear leggings, or you guys are wearing jeans, and it's not even actual jeans. It's probably jogger jeans, and you guys cover up your muffin top or your lower stomach. It's too obvious. It's gross too. Sorry about that mini rant. I've seen girls do that too. Oh, is that a Make-A-Wish kid?
You're not wrong.
Edge is pulling up. Oh wait, did he bring back his old song?
Sure.
Yeah, he did bring it back.
Well, I mean, of course you should. But it's like, hey, I don't know. Like wrestling's just wrestling. I just can't be careful. I can't really care. You can't really. You just can't care for that shit. Well, that's fine. You don't have to care. But it's like, I don't know. Like wrestling is just at the point where it's like, whatever.
This is probably the last stream I'm going to do involving wrestling, because SummerSlam ended. And, we have preseason for the NFL coming up in just like a week or so, John. So get ready for 3 weeks of preseason action before we head over to the regular season.
Oh, yeah, and plus hockey's coming back soon, so that's good.
Concussions! We love it.
Yes, sir.
Like, here's the thing. One more thing involving this shit, so we can finally get out of this topic. Like, we gotta stop trying to villainize both sides here. We all have problems encompassing why men have problems and why women have problems. There gotta be like a source of self-improvement that everybody gotta go through and all this shit, so we can stop trying to villainize each other.
I mean, you're not wrong, but it's just like like the thing is, you're not wrong. It's just like, like why? It's just there's an old saying. It's like, why would you care? Like you didn't. Like there's just
This
no
always
reason.
happens. I remember. Well, I'm sorry. It's just I was literally in a party with a couple of friends of mine from college, and we were discussing over relationship issues. This young lady that a friend of mine knows, literally going over relationships, trying to villainize guys while she's in a on and off friends with benefits relationship, and then she comes over here trying to villainize men. When I literally told her, "You're a child. You don't know how it is to be in a legitimate relationship yet." And then he's like, and then she comes over trying to say men are shit. It's like, and how can you display that? It's like it comes to a lack of experience and a lack of understanding. And the way that she's saying that and her perspective means that she doesn't take the time to try to understand the guys that she goes out with or takes interest in. Because all she cares about in her current relationship is how that benefits her and not the other way around for each other. Because that doesn't show that you have a legitimate love.
Well, that's what you call narcissism, my friend. And you're not wrong. Like, they just don't legitimately anything. They just understand.
And literally at the standpoint of all this shit, don't you ever think a healthy relationship is friends with benefits? That's or taking a break. If anybody told me that they're in a break in a relationship or literally in friends with benefit, it's literally to benefit the one person that installed that relationship.
It's just exactly
when did you seriously, anybody that installed the friends with benefit relationship is literally only supposed to benefit the other person. If anybody had no mutual agreement with it.
Pretty much. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. Gotta take some shit off.
No problem. Edge is already getting the fans on their feet. Honestly. So Edge came over here with a profounding statement involving Judgment Day. Looking like how he did when he retired. Not really, but he still had the black leather jacket. Came with a Star-Lord jacket back at WrestleMania. I mean SummerSlam. Besides that, like, guys, like, we gotta stop. Like, especially how we go in relationships, you gotta think about each other. That's how it goes. Especially if
that's better.
All
right. Like I don't know. Like when you look at people, like they just understand it, which you're not wrong. But yeah, I don't know. Wrestling. I don't know. What's been the show? Has it just been nothing but matches? Because that's what I'm getting at. That's what the vibe is when I'm getting at from my my group chat there on Twitter.
Yeah, it's just been matches. The only ongoing, I guess, plot is involving Bayley just assaulting the women's roster. It doesn't come with a legitimate goal than just targeting Bianca Belair. So that's the story. That's apparently it.
So it's basically similar to that fucking Absolution bullshit from a few years ago.
Absolution? What about the Riot Squad too, Johns? Uninspiring 3 women factions with no actual gimmick.
Absolution had potential. To be fair, Absolution did have potential, but Paige had to get injured, and this is sort of when Paige was still at least attractive. Still, when you still wanted to bang her before she became
no Botox included. Fucking disgusting. Paige looks disgusting now.
She just looks like a fucking Kardashian, and it's fucking sad. It's like it's embarrassing. Like I get it. Like fucking look, I get it. You want to like change your looks up, whatever. But like, bro, it's getting too cringe.
No, it's getting too gross. It's getting too fucking gross. Her name is Soraya, by the way, so that shows that she's been in the streets for way too
it's
long.
beyond gross.
But look at it. Look, she looks like a Kardashian.
Well, I mean, that's...
She got added pigment into her hair. She was pale as shit, getting fucked over by jobbers on the roster. Now she looks like she's taken black dick before.
She just looks like she's... She just looks like she's just been used up so much and just has been fucking like so many men. I mean, we're talking about the same broad that's fucking the Falling Reverse singer right now, who's fucked the.
We know her body count. It's recorded.
Yeah, the Day to Remember guitarist, fucking Xavier Woods, fucking
Del
what's
Rio.
that? Yeah, Del Rio,
Max.
fucking Brad Maddox. Like, oh, that count is that's not a good look. Like, okay, some of those men aren't too bad. Like, come on, like the day to remember shit, that's fine.
Except Wars
Like,
is just a weirdo nerd with a needle dick. He's just weird.
he's just
Doesn't seem like a
pathetic.
bad guy though.
He's just a fucking loser.
You see Paige now, and she's in the stage of no return. Like, if she gets in a relationship, all it's gonna count as controversy.
Pretty much, and she's only really in that relationship with Ronnie just because what is it? Because I don't know, fame. I don't know why. Who fucking knows?
What fame? I don't even know this faggot. I don't know this dude. He looks like
I know him.
that guy Pamela Anderson went with.
I mean, I know him because his band is actually popular, believe it or not. I mean, it's a state of rock music. I mean, whatever. Like, whatever. I don't care about that shit. It's just fucking the other shit that's just like cringe. But we don't have high expectations for someone like who looks the way they do.
Just looks like Tommy Lee mixed with Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, that's just a lovely comparison.
Sorry, at least Tommy Lee had talent, while Machine Gun Kelly just couldn't even do well in two genres.
Yeah, he did mediocre in both of them, and his biggest moment is getting ratioed by Eminem. Let that sink in. Getting ratioed by Eminem.
You weirdo, stop trying to project Eminem saying the N-word, by the way. You give him the N-word pass, he's still not going to use it because his automatic respect of black people, plus his co-work, plus that probably will, limit the amount of crossovers he can do if he says it.
Well, he's already said it before, but he's not going to waste his time doing shit like that. But still, it's like...
He said it by accident. He didn't say it in will.
Yeah, no, in a song and shit. I think he said it in like a song and shit, so it's like...
He said it in a concert, yeah. He said it up in a... Who the fuck wants to see a reality show involving NASCAR drivers?
I mean, at least the good news out of this is, like, Paige will never have kids. So that's a good thing. Like, because I'm assuming... That's a good thing. You know that bitch is just never meant to have kids, and thank the Lord for that. See, this is one
broken they'll be.
Although I'm sure some of them won't really care, to be honest. Like, some of them will probably be deep down like not happy because they made a lot of dumb choices. Which, hey, that's your fault. But I don't think some care because some people like they can be fine without kids. It's not mandatory to have kids.
Yeah, it's we can just tell who doesn't need them. Like, I have family members that are already, like, above the age of where they should be having kids, but they don't really need them. Like, your pursuit of happiness isn't always bringing up your generation in the world. If you already have a satisfying life, because, nowadays you can see anybody pop up a kid, so it doesn't really matter. Like, you're not mandatory to have a child. Some people do, and that's primarily the grandparents. It's not always you, because sometimes people are not willing, especially depend on their lifestyle. Paige's lifestyle, even if she wanted a kid, she shouldn't have a kid.
She would not be a good fucking mother, and Ronnie Radke would be a shitty dad. So I was like, nah, like that's just the thing. Like ever since that Roe v. Wade thing, it made me realize that a lot of these bitches shouldn't be having kids. Like I'm just like, and thankfully most of them won't be having kids. The only one that has kids that was raging about Roe v. Wade bullshit was Becky, but sadly...
Don't you already have a kid, you hypocrite?
I mean... there's plenty of pro-abortion bitches that will still fucking... Oh, fuck you, EA. They fucking will still have kids. I mean, fucking... The fucking cunt that Durgan wants to be called my mother is a good example of that, so...
Damn.
Still,
imagine Mia Khalifa with one. A child with her background. All the basketball team are gonna be like, yo, I think my dad knows your mom. Io Shirai already looks like a J-pop hooker. That's nice. And it's just a repetitive beat over dubstep. It's so stupid. There's like, think of Alexa Bliss's song, but imagine if there was no like beat change at all. It's so stupid. Few people deserve kids. Yeah. Roe v. Wade is gonna let actual birth control be actually controlled.
Yeah, that's the one good thing. It's gonna be a state by state thing, and like it's mostly gonna be the South that's gonna be like, fuck this. Like it's only gonna be the blue states, and which that's fine. I don't care. Like, okay, it's only in the states. Granted, my country won't have that because they're all like pro-abortion, which again I don't really give a shit that much. I mean, like it's not that big of a deal, but it shows to me a lot of these people, they should not have kids, and they will not. I mean, like Tyler Valkyrie is a good example. She won't have kids. Thank God. Thank you.
Tyler Valkyrie. Imagine a kid looking like Tyler Valkyrie. That is nightmare fuel.
Well, it's the genes of John Morrison, so I think it'd look all right.
Yeah, just the abs of John Morrison while the face of Tyler Valkyrie. Nightmare.
I mean, if it's a dude, I think that'd be fine. But if it's a chick, good luck.
You have Taya's face. Will already look like a man, so it's perfectly fine. Here's the thing, and by the way, people are excusing like we need the rape. Rape is also a cause of the reason why we need abortion. Yeah, it's fine. Guess what? That really happens.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen very often. And besides, most of you bitches cry for that shit.
And guess what? The guys that you're probably going to lately accuse of sexual assault anyway were probably regrettable fucks that you guys had around when you were 18 years old. So don't come around trying to find some exclusive reasons why you want to get rid of a child because you're just not responsible enough of who the guy you smashed because your mom sucks.
Pretty much. Like some people, I'm just like, bro, you should never have a kid. And I'm like, and I'm grateful. I mean, a lot of these wrestlers, they'll never have kids, and that's actually the benefit of it, because then they'll die off in like a generation, and then it'll just be.
It'll just be better sibling have a kid.
Yeah, I mean, like you won't see Fartelli ever have kids. That's a dub. Like you see, like I don't.
You won't need to fucks cats. That's the only pussy he gets.
Yeah, so like most people, like we won't be seeing like kids from these wrestlers, and that's the good thing. I mean, some I'm like, I'm a little bit curious why. I mean, I think you'd be decent parents, but hey, it is your choice. Like, again, it's not mandatory to have kids. I mean, like, I look at Velvet Sky, she seems like a cool chick, and I don't know.
Madison Rayne seems like not a bad parent, but an annoying one.
She'd be like, how do I put this? It's.
Oh, here we go.
It'd be like it'd be like a feminist having a kid, like who wants to have a kid, but still like a feminist. So it's like,
I would have aborted you if I had the rights. What did you just say, Mom?
I mean, not so much like that. Just more so like they want to have a kid. They don't like yeah, they're for whatever, but they wanted to have the kid in that moment. In that sense, like they try to be like, I don't. It'd be. Like, let's put it this way. Like, if she has a kid, she'd be the one going out getting the fucking money and the shit for the family and be the stay-home dad type shit. If that makes sense.
No, Madison Rayne doesn't seem like the provider. Who's the husband? Isn't he a commentator on Impact, or he got fired? Todd
I don't know. I don't keep attention to Impact because Impact is fucking garbage.
It's fucking. They showed that Ring of Honor storyline, but they weren't in pay-per-view. They are jobbers on only Impact. While they're against Impact, they're not even going to be on an AEW pay-per-view. That is depressing.
I mean, yes, but I don't think it was like that. I don't know what was going on, so I don't know. I don't follow Impact, so yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's pretty much, I guess, what's that bitch's face.
Yeah, but Madison Rayne doesn't feel like the provider in my life, in anybody's life at all.
Maybe like for some people who are like don't care that much. But like even then, I wouldn't go out with her. Like she's not terrible to look at, but like she was always the weak link in like the beautiful people. Like come on.
She was in a later edition, so you can know how much they didn't even want her off rip. Like you got Velvet Sky that actually looked like the mother of Ashley Manuyo. Like she actually is the most natural looking out of the beautiful people. Then you have Madison Rayne that literally looked the best back in 2009, and Velvet. Angelina Love.
Hey, she She may look like a fucking like a rocker degenerate, but back in the day,
Who
back,
would've would
hey,
still
hey,
fuck.
hey, 10 years
Who
ago,
would've thought?
I would have totally just completely like banged her up.
Bro, why do you think I watched Impact? I mean, yeah, I watch it because of the main event Mafia, but I watch it because of the beautiful people. The
Yeah, it
ratings
was
can
like,
tell you too.
yeah, it was fucking like it was like Velvet, yeah, like the shit like that. It wasn't even just them. You
No, we're
had like
gonna tell you
fucking
because of the awesome Kong and Gail Kim rivalry because they watch the knockouts. They watch it because of the beautiful people doing provocative shit on TV. So that's still another reason why sex sells. Screw you if you disagree.
well, they won't listen, but hey, we will have our enjoyment of sex.
She literally same thing. Even for degenerates that watch anime, I understand why they like anime. It's because of the underage teenagers who have overly sized, ass and tits that they come around watching every time. Why there is even fanfare. Same thing that they did in Dragon Ball Z. Probably that you saw in Naruto. You seeing these young girls get groped and showing off their lady parts and why they get high viewership.
I mean, yeah, and plus it's just they're attracting pedophiles. It gives the pedophiles something to watch.
That too.
It's just weird. It's weird cringe shit, but I don't know. We don't care about that. Let's see. What else is going on in Raw?
They're just promoting there's going to be a 4-way elimination tag match for the NXT Women's titles. And the ripoff FBI is going to be facing off against those guys from the Diamond Mine for the tag titles, and Braun Breaker's going to be on TV. He's still
goody. I mean, yeah, that's a good thing, but I'm sensing a lot of more in-ring based bullshit. So it's going to be fucking boring as shit.
Now it's Belair versus Shirai.
Oh, that's good.
They
call her
Io Sky now. They changed her name already. Her name is Io Sky.
Yeah, I already knew that. I don't really give a shit about that. Like, it's not a big deal to me. Like, I don't know. For me, it's like, nah, whatever. Like, honestly, that would be
Jap.
Yeah, honestly, it'd be a decent match because fucking Io Shirai is decent in the ring. Like, she's not terrible to look at. Now Bianca's boring, but she's usually not botchy. So you'll probably get a pretty decent women's match here. Shocking.
Io is nearly going to lose, and then it's going to end off DQ, so they can excuse another match for next week.
Pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty predictable. I'm probably going to end the stream early because I'm really not in the mood to. I was really not going to sacrifice this much time, because I wanted to save over for the preseason or something, or a different take on a video. I really didn't want to waste over 3 hours of my time watching this. This is why I put it to stream. I didn't call it the Raw stream. I am going to still watch it, but still, I'm not going to stream the entire thing. I want to eat dinner.
You didn't eat dinner yet? Bro, you should have ate fucking dinner like hours ago.
I have, bro, but it takes time for me to set up.
It's a fucking snack, and bro. Like,
the halal food was settling me for since 1 o'clock.
Bruh. Okay, because you had lunch, but that wasn't. You should be eating supper around 5 to 6 or some shit. Like maybe even 7.
Yeah.
You don't like eat this late. Like you don't want to eat something fine, but it's like, bruh, people I don't know. I had my supper a few hours ago.
Yeah, I should have got myself a protein bar or some yogurt. Or there's some oatmeal.
Well, yeah, those are for snacks you can eat here. But I'm just saying, you want to have supper or some shit. Like, bro, I don't know. The shit what I had today is I don't know, example, pork chops and some fucking noodles.
All I have is liver and rice, but my little bro ate that for lunch. And I'm not eating leftover and 4-day-old pasta. I'm not eating that for dinner. I gotta cook something.
Fair enough. I don't know,
but
spaghetti.
Yeah,
there,
Quebec
John.
is gay. Can't wait for a local video, John, and of course the ending stream early.
I don't know when that's gonna be. If you want to know my next update of videos, so basically, the next video I have will be out in a couple of days, probably around Thursday, because I'm gonna get a haircut on Wednesday, and I'm just gonna relax on Tuesday. So my next video on
Mhm.
Thursday should be like why the women's tag title should never exist. After that, it'll be basically my set of videos from my second anniversary, ranging from videos like a new series called "How This Person Is Goated," and it'll be the first episode on Brock Lesnar, a potential video on Vince McMahon and Triple H separately, a video, a WWE and AEW sucks video,
Okay.
and those two videos you will see quite the different styles. In AEW, some pure ranting. In WWE, I'm just gonna be like, I'll just do some stupid editing and like throw some fucking music in the background, like I did for my marriage video there, John. Because I finally figured out how to put music in the background. Aren't I clever? Okay, I'll stop being a retard.
Yeah, but keep it up. I'm also
And I also may have a locale on the internet. I'm not sure who it'd be though. It may be that guy I've been telling you about, like, which I'm probably gonna send you a video on Twitter. Actually, do you still have Twitter?
Yeah, I still got Twitter.
Okay, good. It's just I never see you on it, so I don't know. I'll send you a video of like the guy who I'm like. We probably will do a little stream collab on because I do think it'll be fun and you will probably have a good laugh at it. And
hold the fucking phone. When did I get over? I got fucking 124 off the AEW Too Many Belts video. Jesus Christ, when the hell?
Hey, I guess more people are checking out wrestling recently, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I'll definitely get you for that Marshall one. I definitely want to do a locales video with you because I got NC from T Therapy. I got VW. I've got a range of guests. I'm gonna get as much guests as I can.
Cool.
So maybe we'll have to wait and see. Depends on how my mood is because I don't want to just overdo the locales thing so much, you know. So, but I want to make sure you're mentally prepared for the stupidity. Plus, it'll be much more interesting than watching Monday Night Raw, pal. Damn it, pal.
I really don't want to wait. Like, I want to add more pro football and probably a bit more of my own interests. Like, I wanted to get more movie talk into it, or more like entertainment, like other than pro wrestling.
Just do sports shit like football. You can even talk hockey and shit. You can do that shit.
Nobody wants to hear a black person talk about hockey. That's not how it goes on content wise.
Oh, come on. Who cares? Hockey fans don't care. Most people that watch hockey are Canadian anyway. They're like they're like very open minded to anyone. I mean, if PK Subban,
I know hockey is, but mainstream wise isn't.
Okay, mainstream wise, who cares? Like fucking like what's his face? Like you can find people. Like there's even some black people on like Sportsnet and shit. Like you'll be fine. Like maybe on the YouTube game you'll probably be the first one, but like who cares? It's a sport. They don't care about race. They just care about the analysis of hockey. You can talk about your New Jersey Devils. You can talk about your New Jersey Devils and how much you're just so frustrated with them, and you miss the good old days of the
2 against the Flyers. What the?
You can reminiscent about the good old days in the 2000s and shit when they won their last cup and had strong playoff runs. At least you got to see a team win the cup. I didn't.
And Knicks are in the same boat, man. Knicks are in the same boat. But besides that, I can't wait for those videos. And the NFL season is wide approaching us. Raw's probably going to be mediocre. They didn't even address over the main event. So, shout out to Destructor Swerve that was here earlier. He said over on the chat that he had some technical issues. He popped out. And, that's it from the DST show.
Fuck Becky Lynch.
Fuck Chris Benoit. That's it for me.
Fuck Quebec.